Yes, Python, what's good people? We are back again. Okay, so this week's Eastenders debate is about the Lucy Beale murder case. It has actually been confirmed the date that it's going to be revealed of who the killer was. It's going to be on the 19th of February, which is Eastenders' 30th anniversary. So I just wanted to discuss what you think, having a recap over the whole case and whatnot, and basically just to say, what do you guys think is going to happen? Who do you think the killer is going to turn out to be? And what do you think of it all so far? Are you happy with how it's all panned out? The first thing I'll say is when I first was told with regards to how long it was going to be until the actual killer was revealed in this scenario, I did think at first, you know, it's going to be way too long and drawn out. I was told it was going to be roughly around a year before the actual killer was revealed, and I thought, you know what, by that point people would just be sick of it and I just want to know who did it, to be completely honest. But I've got to say, after watching it up until this point, I actually do think they've played it very well. The way they've drawn it out, but then they've brought different characters to be possible suspects with regards to a murder where they was all involved in her life at some point before her death. I think it's all played a very good storyline to keep you still intrigued in it and wanting to know what's going on. The next thing I'll say is, before I even get started with regards to, you know, who you think the killer is, etc. One thing EastEnders have done with this in the past as well, and they are known to do this, when they do things, storylines like this about who done it and, you know, who murderers are and things like that, they tend to shoot multiple endings. And the reason why they do that is because, let's just say, for example, from the absolute get-go, they say, okay, this character is going to be murdered off and this person is going to be the killer, right? The thing with that is, let's just say it leaks out for whatever reason, and let's say the press get a hold of it and they say in the newspaper, this is who the killer is, you know, we've already found out, blah blah, you know, it's all been leaked, this is who the killer is. Obviously they're panning it out for a whole year, but then it's already been leaked, so for that whole year the suspense is already dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no surprise there because people have already known. So what they do is they do multiple endings where it could be a vary of characters, it could be any character, and they give each person a reason, a motive for why they've done it. So if it does leak and they say, oh well, you know, it's going to be this character, they can just simply just change the ending of who the character is and give them the motive for it and just change it over like that. So they did this with Archie Mitchell's murder when it turned out to be Stacey. They did a live showing, and that's when the killer was revealed that it was Stacey, and nobody actually knew who the killer was, even on the show. None of the actors and actresses knew. The only person who actually knew was Stacey, Lacey Turner, who plays Stacey. She was the only one who knew, and she got told on the day of when they went live on air. So that's what they did to make sure that nobody could say, oh, it's been leaked out, it's going to be me or whatever. That's the way they do it, to keep under wraps. So obviously the first thing I'll say is things can change, you know what I mean? They could choose any ending that they want to, but I'm going to go with who I think it could be at the moment. So I personally think at the moment it's going to be Lauren Branning, and I don't say that for just, you know, the actual storyline reasons, to be honest. I say it for the actual real life reasons as well. I don't know if you guys know this, but basically Jacqueline Josser, who plays Lauren Branning, is actually pregnant. So she's going to be leaving the show at some point anyway for maternity leave. Now she could be off the show for, I don't know, like a year, maybe more. She may not even come back to the show. Obviously, that's her choice. But I believe she's a very popular character on the show, so I do believe they will want her back. So I believe her storyline of when she exits will be a very open one where she can return if she wants to. So for me, it would make logical sense that they pin it on Lauren. You know, they say, oh yeah, it was me. Then she leaves the show to go into hiding because she doesn't want the police on her back. She wants to try and get away. And then obviously, you know, that's her out of the show for a year to have her child do her mother thing and whatnot. And then if she wants to come back when she's ready, she comes back on the show. Now again, this is exactly what happened with Lacey Turner, who plays Stacey. Stacey turned out to be the killer of Archie. She left the show, she went away for a bit, and she's ended up coming back on the show now. So I'm just saying it's exactly the same thing. It could purely be the same kind of thing that they do for Lauren. It would make logical sense. There's also other things that just make me think about it as well in terms of the actual show. I mean, when Emma actually found out, you know, who had killed Lucy, I did notice, like, she kept on getting on at Max as if Max knew something. you know, it was very like, oh, you know what's wrong, you know what you did. And I don't know, to me, I think at the moment, with it being turning out to be Max, I think it's too obvious as it stands. I don't know if that's just me, but I just feel like he's the very obvious suspect. And then with regards to Lauren, obviously she has been trying to take on the whole investigation thing herself. So it could be a thing where, you know, when they say, oh, well, you know, you was trying to find out who it was yourself, so like, how the hell, you know, have you done that? Oh, well, I had to try and cover my tracks, you know, I had to blame other people, so then people wouldn't think that I was the one who done it. So I was doing the investigation thing to make myself look innocent, so I could point the finger at other people. Do you see what I'm saying? Because obviously a lot of people will think, well, Lauren's made so much effort trying to find the killer, she confronted her dad and stuff like that, but that could just be her trying to make herself look innocent, you know what I mean? You don't know. So I just think that's a possible way that they could go with it. So at the moment I'm going with Lauren. Could be completely wrong, I don't know. But guys, what do you think about it? Are you happy with how the whole Lucy Beale murder case has been done? Are you happy to see the ending now? Are you fed up with it? I can tell you as well, the way the actual ending will be revealed is that they will actually show you what happened on Lucy's death date. So they'll show you her there, how she got murdered, why it all happened. They will actually flash back to the day and they'll show you the whole thing of what happened, which I think will be good, because it was a bit weird how it was just, you just saw Lucy dead and then, you know, whatnot. But for obvious reasons, they couldn't show you anything else because they didn't want to reveal who the killer was. So I understand why they've done it like that. And I do think it'll make it a lot better to wrap up the actual whole thing at the end when you do see the whole explanation being given to you from the flashback. So I'm very interested to see what it's like, and I hope you guys look forward to it too. Thank you very much for watching this video though, guys. If you did like it, please remember to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe. And also check out my channel as well, as I do other videos such as comedy, blog and music videos, and also do the rap roundups which are dedicated to Eastenders as well. Thank you very much for watching, guys, but until next time, it's Python signing out. Peace.